Welcome to today's controversial video. It's a topic that many may feel like it's an outdated concept, sexual purity before marriage. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with messages that say purity is not important. But I'm here to remind you that purity is not only relevant, it is vital. It is not just about saving yourself for marriage. It's about preparing your heart and mind for a Christ-centered marriage. So let's get deeper into this and see what it means and how it impacts your future marriage. For sure, sexual purity is not just about avoiding sex before marriage. It's about honoring God and respecting the person you will eventually marry. When you choose purity, you're protecting your future intimacy, ensuring that it will be based on love, respect, and faith, rather than past wounds or baggage. So let's explore how sexual purity positively impacts your relationship, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. The spiritual benefits of purity. First, purity honors God. When we follow His commands, we are aligning our lives with His will. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3 to 4, it says, "For this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you abstain from sexual immorality, that each one of you know how to control his own body in holiness and honor." So this is the Bible talking about this, and as Christians, this should be our basis for guidance. Why then should you go to the contemporary advice that shows you that this is not important, while the Bible, which is a guide for Christians, is telling us this in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3 to 4. Yeah, so purity allows us to walk in holiness, reflecting God's heart, and keeping ourselves from distractions that can pull us away from Him. Let's look at other reasons for sexual purity. Purity protects your emotional health. Yeah, there is an emotional element to purity. Intimacy before marriage can lead to emotional baggage. What about you don't get married to this person? Then you end up carrying a baggage to the next relationship. Yeah. So many people enter relationships with unresolved hurts from their past, often tied to previous sexual encounters. Sexual encounters mostly blinds us, especially if we do it outside God's what God wants us to do. So by choosing purity, you're not only protecting yourself from potential heartbreak, but you're also giving your future spouse the gift of a heart that hasn't been scarred by past relationships. Actually, sexual encounters in past relationships, if things don't go right, or even if things go right, might let you carry an emotional baggage into this new relationship. So why not wait? It's God's guidance to us as Christians that tells us to do that. The third thing why it's important is that building a strong foundations for marriage. Purity builds a strong foundation for marriage. When you and your partner are committed to sexual purity, it forces you to focus on other aspects of the relationship, like communication, emotional support, spiritual growth, before adding the complexity of physical intimacy, which may blind your judgment on these other areas. It strengthens the bond between you and creates a deeper connection based on shared faith and trust, not just physical attraction, right? So it builds a strong foundation for marriage. The fourth thing is that it prepares you for true intimacy in marriage. Marriage is about becoming one flesh, but that goes beyond just physical intimacy. True intimacy involves a connection of the mind, the heart, and spirit. So when you wait until marriage for sexual intimacy, you allow that bond to grow stronger in all areas, making the physical connection even more meaningful when it is the right time. The fifth reason is that purity honors your future spouse. Finally, Purity is a gift you give to your future spouse. It says, I respect you and our future enough to wait for you. It sets the tone for your marriage, showing that you are willing to honor God's standards and commit to a higher purpose in your relationship. So, why is purity so important? It is not just about saying no to temptation. It's about saying yes to God's perfect plan for your marriage. And purity protects your heart, honors your future spouse, and builds a foundation that is based on more than just physical attraction. I know, I know that waiting is not always easy, but the reward is worth the wait. If you want to learn more about how to walk in purity and deeper for a God-centered marriage, I encourage you to read my book, Ready for Marriage. In it, I go deeper into how you can maintain purity in a world that is constantly telling you to compromise. Remember, purity is still God's standard, and it's possible to live by it with His strength. I know this is a controversial topic for many, and many are not sure what to practice anymore, that this is an outdated thing. I welcome you for discussions in the comments. Ask your questions, give your contributions, give your negative or positive experiences on this area, and we will get back to you. If you would like us to talk about this one-on-one, feel free to get in touch with one of us, in my team, and you'll be guided accordingly. So purity may not be popular, but it is powerful. If you are ready to take the next step in preparing your heart for a godly marriage, grab a copy of my book, which talks elaborately about this and many other topics that let you get prepared for marriage. So, in summary, purity is not just about avoiding sex. It's about preparing your heart for a God-centered marriage. May God bless you.